The people have spoken, and what you guys chose for the wheels are what's on it now. There's an Avid AV6s with some Falcon Azenzis soft compound tires. We're gonna need something to spin these wheels because as you can see, there's no engine in the car. But my boys are over there getting that ready to go into this. So stick around, it's gonna be great. We're gonna get a lot of stuff done. We have wheels, tires, engine in. We have the clutch pedal assembly to put in this, and we'll see where we are after that. As you guys can see, we've been busy. We now have our manual transmission and all of the associated bracketry from that 2006 WRX. So if you plan on doing a manual swap, you're gonna need a lot of little things here and there. So I ended up just buying a whole car with a manual in it. Bought it for the transmission, but the transmission was no good. But everything else was really good in it, so that's what we're using. Cross member. Only thing it was missing was this bracket that I had to order from Subaru. I'm gonna get this thing almost ready to go, if not ready to go.
All right, so come in and take a look at this. So this is our, let me put this one down. This is our original oil feed line that was on the engine that was in that car. Because they deleted the turbo, no joke, they actually deleted the turbo off this Subaru XT and bypassed it. They actually made this, which is, I mean, some quality work. Take a look. You got a compression fitting with a cap and some unions. It's quality. This originally threaded on right here for the feed line to the original turbo. Well, they cut it, and we need a banjo bolt to feed our turbo again. Because Subaru decided to make this variable valve timing system on this one here, these variable valve timing solenoids here, the oil line between the WRX that's out there and this engine is completely different. The oil line off of that WRX out there looks like this. It's really simple, just from the back of the head right to the turbo. It sits in, normally sat in just like this. Well, the oiling system for this engine is different, and it splits off and feeds the oil to the variable valve timing solenoid. So we can't just use this one. We have to repair the one we have. So what we're gonna do, luckily, if you look here, this one has a double flare on it. So we can make double flares. So we're gonna take the line that came off the WRX engine that we're not using, and we're going to turn it into the line that we need. We're gonna make it to where it fits back to this system here.
I am tasked with putting the clutch fork together. So what's weird about this clutch setup is this is a pull style clutch. So what you have to do to get these installed is it's got to go up through here, and then this rod actually comes through the side of the transmission, and that is what your fork rides on. So your slave cylinder pushes it this way, pulls the clutch back. Kind of wacky, right? That's it.
Aye. So we have our old line here, and we cut it to get our fitting off that we need, and then you can see that it's a double flare. Really simple flare to make, and we have a flaring tool to make it. So now we're gonna take that really special fitting that threads onto the original line over here, and we're gonna cut this line. That is all.
What you have to do with these, this is gonna end up snapping into our pressure plate. So what you wanna do is just throw this onto your clutch fork, like that, and then up through the hole, in, and then take your pin, gracefully, just like that. And then you have this little plug that goes on the outside of your transmission to hold your pin in. So when the clutch is operating, it'll actually be out like this, and then, oh, I put it on backwards. Put the throwout bearing on backwards. Dude, I thought I was being so smart for a second. I've done this so many times. I was like, dude, I'm about to school these kids on how to do these clutches because they're kind of weird. And the first time I did one, I was like, my first WRX I went to pull the engine out of, and dude just could not get it out. I was like, what is this stuck on? And we were like ripping at it and trying to pull it out. Would not come out. And then I looked it up and found out I had this clutch. Okay, so that's the part that snaps into your pressure plate. Now that we've got it right. And then your pin goes through like so. You gotta spin it till it goes into this little home. Then you pull the 10 mil bolt out. There's actually threads that put a bolt in so you can pull this pin out while it's in the car. Take your bolt out. Now you take your plug. Your plug goes in, holds it all together. Pretty cool. Pretty cool setup. I mean, it's not as cool as like the clutch setup in my car, but it's all right. It's probably second or third in my book. Hey. It's not good. I don't like it very much.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not that far. Old me would have been like, I've told you over 2 years.
I'm thinking right here. This is the straightest section that I hope I can get. Maybe I need to back off a little more. I'm gonna need to be able to get that fitting on, which is a huge fitting. I'm gonna need to be able to slide it far enough back to be able to get a flaring tool on there. So I might go a little bit more forward to see if, to get enough room. You only get one shot, you know? So cut it right there, cut this guy off. I think this is gonna be enough for me to be able to slide the fitting on, get it far enough down. This fitting is so finicky though. The line has to be perfectly straight or it gets jammed up. So I don't know, we're gonna work that out. But I need to be able to slide that far enough back that I can get the flaring tool on it and bring it back down. Look at that, watch. Nice. Let's get the flaring tool out and see if that's enough for us to make a flare. But if it is, we only get one shot at making the flare, because if I screw the flare up, I'm out of room. So, and then Scott won't have any oil in his turbo. Then he'd be like, oh, you blew up my Subaru. It's gonna blow up anyway. It's not me. If it blows up, it's nobody's fault but Subaru.
I got extras, just in case.
That's why they're all into camping so much. You have to bring a tent everywhere you go in your Subaru, just in case you need to spend the night somewhere.
These guys, man.
They all take their dogs because they know they won't get fed.
In case they don't make it home.
That's why Subaru people take their dogs everywhere, because they don't want them to starve to death. And their car breaks down. Does it fit?
Seems like it.
It's what they say. The internet said 2-liter flywheel and clutch
It seems to be working good.
for the JDM transmissions.
We need to get on all that to get some torque specs for these bad boys. I got the laptop charging.
Thought the laptop was in Nathan's Civic.
No, I didn't think it would make it here if it was in that, so it's back there. We needed it tonight.
They're not very shock resistant.
Boom, roasted.
The first flare. This stuff is really hard. I'm hoping.
2005 Subaru Forester XT.
Can't even get a decent shot without a trunk compressor.
How you turn it on? Power.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got your mic on?
Me?
Yeah.
I'll turn it off. Sorry.
So, the first flare's done. That's a single flare, or a bubble flare. You can see it down in there. Can you see it down in there? You fixed the autofocus on it. Come on. Can it do it?
There it goes.
Did it do it?
You did it.
Good
You did
job.
great.
Good job, Nathan, fixing our old camera. You broke around here to get a decent camera from this decade, dude. That camera's so old. All right, now we need to turn that bubble flare inside out. That's what makes it makes a bubble or single flare a double flare or an inverted flare, because we're going to turn it inside out. We're going to fold it in on itself, which is what this cone is for. The cone of inversion. Here we go. All right, let's see what we made. I remembered to put the fitting on there.
That's good.
I mean, that is a beautiful flare. Look at this. That's better than factory.
It's the most beautiful flare. Pretty much anywhere you're gonna find.
Didn't even have his mic on, did he?
The torque wrench is silly till it's his car. Not so silly now, is it?
It's not silly at all. It's a must have.
Good. I am about to bolt this down as soon as Scott finds me some hardware. Is my mic on? Cool. So he's finding me these other banjo bolts so that I can bolt this down, and then once everything's locked in, I can just kind of muscle it around just a little bit more, but it's already looking great. I just have, it's a little bit at this of an angle, and I want to bring it down, but I want to do it. I don't think so, pal.
Jeffrey Ellis says he's a heavy diesel mechanic from Florida. Love y'all's stuff. Super fun to watch.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Heavy diesel mechanic.
Heavy. This is the creative process of everything.
Are we filming? Oh, we got a clutch. We got a pressure plate. Look at this. He's not even committing. He's got springs in there. This face is full, as you would call it. You came back really quick from the bathroom. It's sick. It's a really good clutch. I can't wait to put it in. I'm so excited to feel it. So, cheap eBay clutch is just ever so slightly off on these dowels. Unless
Do the
we
bolt
need to
the bolt holes line up?
Yeah, the bolt holes, everything lines up. It's just the dowels are slightly off.
And it's not extra paint on the dowels?
Let me keep spinning it. Maybe it only goes on one way.
Keep spinning it.
Because like right there, that dowel's not going in. No way. Then our next dowel is right there, and it doesn't line up with the other
Not even
dowel.
close.
And if we spin it like this,
Dowels over here.
Mallet.
This is clutch experts.
mallet,
Mallet.
You
hammer.
have to be an expert to fit a
Yeah.
clutch that doesn't fit.
It'll fit, watch.
What? You have to be an expert at using a hammer for an eBay clutch expert.
There it is.
clutch.
It fit before they painted it.
Yeah, that's what I think so too. All right, we'll go with that.
You can tell them your engine's going in? Tell the people.
Look at this.
Scott's car's
Look
on
at
the
it.
bench.
Just look at it. Sometimes you just gotta look at it. It's going in the car.
Does your hood open anymore? Does it do the like all the way back?
Let's see.
I think
We're
they
gonna
do.
test that. That's about it, brother.
All right.
We're on the exhaust manifold. Hold up.
We gotta pick up on the back of the engine a bunch. Right there.
There it went. Yeah, Nathan didn't get the shot. We have to do it again.
We got good.
Come on,
good
Nathan.
clearance.
We're putting the engine in for the first time. Yeah. That's it. Just need some bolts. We're in.
I don't know. It's just something doesn't look right.
It doesn't. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. We need to rotate a little bit.
That's good. Bolts. It's because the transmission's so high.
Well,
That's good.
okay.
With the transmission, it's jacked up. It's like the transmission's not real straight. Yeah, we're touching.
So the engine is in, but we ran into an issue. I have a set of headers on this engine that we put on before we dropped the engine in. Probably in retrospect, should have left them off until we got the engine in, then fitted them up, but whatever. The engine is in, up against the transmission, really nice. And we're in our mount over here. However, over on this side, where our headers come around to our up pipe, we're touching the subframe. So what we have to do is figure out if we need to alter the subframe or alter the headers somehow. See how much room we have. The engine might need to go over that way. They may fit. They're supposed to fit in this car. Maybe it's one of those things where we just have to drop the headers, set the engine in the mounts, and then reinstall the headers so they clear the lip on the subframe. But it's not a whole lot of room. If you want to come over here, I can show you. We're dealing with this fitment right here and a little bit right here, not a whole lot. So I think the way to go would be to drop the exhaust manifold off, sit the engine in, and then put it back up, because then it would probably sit below that lip on the subframe. So we're gonna get into that, see what we have to do to get her done. Stick around. It's gotta go back and towards the driver, so.
So you want to pick up on this side? Pick up on the driver's side?
Yeah, and I think if we pull it back and towards the driver's side, we should be able to clear this.
Got it.
I don't know. That was too easy. I don't think.
Stop when somebody says stop.
All right, stop. Let me look, because that was way too easy.
How's it looking down there, Scotty?
What?
What's the gap like down there?
Non-existent.
Gone?
It's gone, dude. Our stud is in, but the nib is not. Okay, so the whole engine has to go towards the passenger side.
Can't do that.
Can you get a bar?
No, not until we go down first. We're against that header.
The little alignment knob, it's got to go towards the passenger side an inch, 1 inch.
Okay. What's the?
And we're hitting here, so that's not going to happen.
What's the passenger side doing right now?
Passenger side is in. The alignment knob and the stud is both in.
All right, so we need to sit it in there and then go do some cutting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, if you want to raise it and just leave it on the hoist, and then we'll pull it away from that subframe and I'll do a little cutting.
Can we just get underneath, or is it the header that's stopping?
Here.
The header's stopping us, yeah. The header's sitting over here.
That stud has to come down about 1/2 inch, right? Because there's an alignment pin right there, and the engine needs to go towards the passenger side. And it's not doing that because of these big old headers that are on here. And this subframe right here where the pinch is keeping us from moving this way and that dropping down in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give a little slicey slice right there, get this out of the way, and it'll probably just fall into place. Fairly easy.
Stand
Yeah.
right here.
Good?
And hopefully
Yeah.
catch it.
I'm gonna start here. Ready? Watch your eyeballs.
Battery's dead.
Side quest.
Where'd that battery I gave you earlier go?
It's right there on the, here. Bulbous.
Trying to pin the camera.
Is that a word?
Bulbous?
Bulbous?
Yeah.
That's a word, right?
Cut it! Just cut the car!
This guy. Oh yeah, looking good. I need the light though.
The window.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's great.
Day 2, engine's in. Now we need to hook up the exhaust, and we're gonna put in the clutch pedal assembly, the master cylinder, and the clutch slave cylinder. That's what's going to happen.
I'm in.
Are you in, John?
What he said.
Tell me what to do.
This exhaust is an NVIDIA exhaust that I got from my friend John.
From me.
Yes.
I got out of Subarus and got into V8s.
We cannibalized his old Forester for this girl here.
For a better cause.
Yeah, you want to check that seat out too? That was out of his old Forester.
A little BRZ action.
Oh yeah.
Well, Subaru BRZ. BRZ. Nice tip fitting it, dude. Dude, look at it.
No.
It's really good.
Yeah. That is awesome tip fitment.
Yeah, right? I'm not even joking.
No, yeah.
That's the only way to explain what that looks like.
I was thinking maybe we could do both at the same time.
Yeah, I need a little bit more down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not like 8 feet tall, so.
I was thinking you might as well just put it on and can you reach that thing and bring it up into place?
Probably.
Just get it on there from there.
Just get it on. Look at this. This is WRX pedal assembly. Brake, gas, and clutch. We got the clutch master cylinder, the clutch slave cylinder. It's all got to go in there. because it was an automatic. And we're making it not an automatic. So you need this stuff. So that's what we're gonna do now.
I can't wait to get called out for my car not actually having an LS in it. It's an LY. It's not even an LS, dude. I'm a phony. I'm a faker. Here's this gas pedal.
This is WRX slave cylinder, clutch slave cylinder. Not gonna work. This is the one that came with the transmission. And it's a JDM transmission, so I'm really hoping that this is good because I don't even know where I'd find one of these. We're gonna mount this up and use our WRX clutch master cylinder with our hose and our bracketry. Everything should, from what I read, line up and be good. So I'm gonna find Devin some bolts. Ooh, what about that? That looks good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yep.
Is there any way we could just like pull out on that master cylinder just
Sure. Oh, it's coming through. All right, can I start a nut out here? Seems great.
Look at that! Uno, dos, tres.
Scott, can you go down with the clutch?
Ready?
Yeah.
Woo! Down,
Up,
up,
down,
down,
up,
up,
down.
down. Clutch. That's a clutch. And it's working, and it's in my car. All right, we're gonna wrap this episode up. We made a ton of progress in a very small amount of time. We got wheels and tires installed. We got the exhaust in. We got the engine in. We got the transmission, the clutch, the pedal assembly. We got basically, we're 95% of the way there. Couple odds and ends to button up and should be pretty much done. But thanks for hanging out with us and sticking around. And we'll see you
Next week.
next week.
Next time. With the Buick.
We're on the Buick.
With the big body. The big body Betty.
That's gonna be fun.